To your weekend forecast with meteorologist Brittany Van Voorhees. And Brittany, we're in that season where in the morning, if you get out for a run, you got to bundle up. Well, that was me this morning. And then
as you got closer and closer through your run, it was like layer
No.
off,
I was still bundled up.
Oh
But this afternoon, I had no layers on. I was chilling. I was good.
I think that you're just not working up a sweat enough. So I think
I'm not working hard enough.
I need to run behind you and say, run faster, Nick, run faster.
Oh, no, let's not make that happen.
I think it's a great idea. We do have some of those cooler mornings still sticking around over the next few, but temperatures still in the 40s. So not as cold as we have been the last few mornings. We're around 39, 2 mornings in a row in Charlotte, but still on the chillier side. But plentiful sunshine in the afternoon. It'll certainly feel fall-like. No rain or storm activity either over the next few days. Something new that did happen since we were with you at 6 o'clock. We have had a few areas getting officially a frost advisory issued here, and that is of course in effect overnight. I will say that some of these areas, I think, a little bit aggressive here from the National Weather Service. Parts of Gaston County, Lincoln County, Cabarrus, and over toward parts there of Stanley and even southern Rowan County. I mean, we're going to be very close to that 36-degree number, which 36 to 37 is kind of that sweet spot for that potential for frost. But yes, we could have some light areas, I think closer to the I-40 corridor and eventually into the mountains, much more likely. These temperatures overnight in the mountain areas peaking very close to the freezing mark, likely just above it. As we get closer to the foothills, you can see there 39 to around 40. Really, it is 37, 36 below. That's the sweet spot for frost. So again, I do think it's relatively unlikely for most of these areas, but still a good idea to go ahead and cover up those plants before you go to bed, just in case. Although the last few mornings we have been a little bit warmer than expected. I hate to say that because people, of course, have been talking about how chilly it is, but I mean, the forecast has called for it to be a little bit colder, and we have been a little bit warmer than those official numbers. Satellite and radar showing everything nice and quiet. Tomorrow morning we will see those temperatures in the 40s, but again in the afternoon we are quickly reaching the 70s to eventually close to 80 degrees a few days next week. The overall temperature forecast looking ahead to the 23rd through the 27th, and really this trend looks to continue all through the end of October, does call for temperatures well above average. Well, what are our averages this time of year? 49 and 73 respectively. Now the stink bugs have really been rocking and rolling out a little bit more as of late, and that's because we've started to get cooler and then eventually get warmer. What happens with stink bugs is they love when it starts to get cooler. That's when they try to get inside your homes. But then when it gets warmer, they try to go back outside. They're kind of in and out, and they actually do last a little bit longer before going into hibernation if it's warmer outside. So the thing you don't want for stink bugs, which we've had, is those cooler mornings, cooler nights, and then eventually a warm up and then another cool down. In the tropics, do want to give you a quick update here. We did have potential tropical cyclone 15 develop about 6 hours or so ago. It is going straight into Belize, heading into tomorrow. Could briefly become a tropical depression or a tropical storm, but it is a non-issue for us. Of course, those steering currents pushing toward the west thanks to really strong high pressure, keeping everything away from the Carolinas in the U.S., at least over the next few days. Here's your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast. We're near 40 degrees tomorrow morning, mid-70s by the afternoon. We're close to 80 multiple days next week before another cool down, Nick, as we head into next weekend, which will be a really special weekend for App State as they'll be at home for the first time since Hurricane Helene.